Hello and welcome everyone, it is me, TheLaval, also known as the Power to Duelist, back for you with another Morphtronic deck profile. And this is a big one. I've been testing with a new equipped and OTK list, but with an interesting tech card that I believe gets infinitely better with the addition of Gizmek Naganaki, as I was already talking about this guy in the last profile. So yeah, let's get this extra deck to the side at first and start with the main deck, which is of course beginning with a playset of Morphtronic Cellphone. As mentioned many times on the channel before, while in attack position, you roll a 6-sided die, reveal that many cards from the top of your deck, and you summon a level 4 or lower Morphtronic monster that you found under those cards, shuffle them back in the end. And while this man is in defense, you can roll a 6-sided die and look at that many cards from the top of your deck. He is just your main play enabler in general. You want to get to this guy as fast as possible. Gizmek Naganaki, of course, helps with that immensely. And once you get to him, you can get things going, which is the nice part about this deck. As soon as you get going, you kind of are going off in any way, shape, or form. And we are, of course, playing 3 Morphtronic Smartphone to accompany him. Level 1 Tuner, you can special summon this guy by banishing a Morphtronic from your grave, and while in attack position, similar to Cellphone, you roll a 6-sided die, reveal that many cards from the top of your deck, and then add a Morphtronic card from those to your hand, which means you can also grab the equipped spam Morphtronic Reaper unit that you are, of course, playing, and while in defense position, you can roll a 6-sided die to stack the top cards of your deck equal to your die roll. Either put them on top or bottom, in any order. Really nice, also enables some formula synchron plays for some extra draws during your combo, and is also great link material or just a level 1 tuner in general, which is very nice for some synchro plays. And then, as mentioned, the best card of 2021 up to this point, Gizmek Naganaki, the Sunrise Signaler. You can, ignition effect, you can tribute a machine monster whose attack equals its own defense. Special summon from deck, a machine whose attack equals its own defense with a lower level than the tributed guy. Just tributing him nets your Cellphone, which is very nice. And also you can banish him from grave to add one of your face-down banished machine monster whose attack equals its own defense from your face-down banished pile to your hand. Which in this deck actually comes up, funnily enough, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, he is amazing. He gets you to Cellphone, and that is what you want to do, which is kind of great. Also gets you to Vacuumin, which is a neat bonus, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, really great, really cool. Then we have a playset of Morphtronic Scopen. While in attack position, you can once per turn special summon a level 4 Morphtronic monster from your hand, which is very nice for some synchro plays, as it instantly enables a Synchro 7, which of course will be power to a dragon in a lot of cases. And while in defense position, this guy is treated as a level 4 tuner, which is actually really helpful in this list, since I do play some level 8 synchros outside of the live stream dragon, and that more easily enables those, which is really cool. So Scopen definitely is still an amazing tuner that you want to max out on. Another tuner I max out on is Morphtronic Remoten. This is another target for your machine duplication, because while in attack position you can banish a Morphtronic from your grave and add a Morphtronic from the deck to the hand with a same level as the banished Morphtronic, which is really great, enables some cool plays with Levier, since you can turn 2 of those into a Platinum Gadget. Use the last one to search a Scopen, special summon that to a zone the gadget points to, and then keep playing from there, depending on what kind of cards you have in hand. And while in defense position, you can discard a Morphtronic to add a Morphtronic from graveyard to hand with the same level as the discarded one. It doesn't come up as much, but the attack position effect is really great because that targeted searching is very nice. Then we have a playset of Morphtronic Boomboxen. This list is kind of going second focused, as I do like to OTK. And Boomboxen can definitely help with that, because while in attack position, this guy can attack twice, instantly netting you 2400 damage on a normal summonable body, which is very admirable, I think. And while in defense position, he can once per turn negate an attack on a Morphtronic monster you control. Really helpful effect, and a really helpful monster in general. Also is an Earth, so that enables Naturia Beast, which is very nice. Then continuing down the line with some level 4s. In this case, a copy of Morphtronic Videon found its way into the deck purely because it is a machine whose attack equals its own defense. And also has some very neat equip synergy, because while in attack position he gains 800 attack if equipped per equip spell equipped to him, and while in defense he gains 800 defense for each equipped card equipped to him, which is very nice. Summoning off repair unit instantly nets you an 1800 body, which is kind of neat. And he's also, you know, just a level 4 Morphtronic you can summon off Scopen, Cellphone, and Search of Smartphone. Then I play another Gizmek in the form of Gizmek Arakami, the Hailbringer Hog. This guy can special summon himself from your hand while you control a machine whose attack equals its own defense, which is another reason to play that additional copy of Videon. And also you can banish him from the grave to send a machine monster with equal attack and defense from your deck to the grave, and then target another machine monster with equal attack and defense on your field that has a lower level, and make it gain attack equals to the level times 100. That effect is probably not gonna come up, but the first effect to special summon himself from the hand is very nice, and also enables you to go into a really powerful Synchro monster in Adamant Serpator Risen Dragite, which is very cool. Yeah, so I play 2 of them. You can also, of course, add him back off the Naganaki, which is very nice. Capping off the monster lineup here is Morphtronic Vacuuman. As you know, in attack position, he can send an equipped card equipped to him to the grave and deal 500 burn. And while in defense, he can essentially equip himself with an opponent's face-up attack position monster, which gives you some really nice non-destruction removal. And that is why I like running this guy in the deck. Going into our power 1-off spells, I am still playing 1-for-1, as additional Cellphone access is always appreciated. Discard 1, special summon a level 1 from deck, very nice. Monster Reborn, as you know, the classic extender to summon a monster back from the grave. And a Harpy's Feather Duster to clear back rows against those back row heavy decks. But yeah, those are the one-offs, and we continue down the line with some playsets of big cards like Machine Duplication. Target a machine monster on your field with 500 or less attack, and summon up to 2 more copies of that monster from the deck. Very nice, enables some really ridiculous combos in combination with Cellphone, and also can be really cool if you pair it with Remoten, which is very nice, and probably something where you want to be with this deck, and what gets your combos really going. So yeah. And now the tech card I kind of was talking about in the beginning. I am currently playing 3 Pot of Desires. And yes, you may think I am crazy for doing this in a deck that runs Machine Duplication and is very reliant on certain cards. But in general, the deck already is very luck/RNG based. So I think taking that extra risk for this +1 that can net you additional extenders or playables in most cases, depending on when you drop this, because either you drop this as the first card in your turn because you want to find something playable, or you drop this later in your turn when you kind of ran out of steam and need some more cards to continue playing. So in general, I did not find this too terrible. Yes, I have resolved desires that have screwed me over, but I think that is something that everyone that has ran desires in a deck can say for themselves. So I definitely think desires is a really cool inclusion, especially with Naganaki enabling you to add back banished Cellphones, Smartphones, and also that Videon. Then we are still playing 3 United We Stand for those big attack boosts, because gaining 800 attack and defense for each monster on our field is very nice. And yeah, I just like it. The big number is big. Then we play, as mentioned, 3 Morphtronic Repair Unit and equip spell that you can of course grab off Power Tool Dragon. Discard a Morphtronic, target a Morphtronic Engrave, special summon that target, equip this card to it. Very nice card. Enables you some additional extensions. You, in most cases, want to summon that Cellphone to resolve that effect, like, you know, multiple times per turn, which is the main purpose of this. But, you know, just having that additional extender that is also searchable is very nice. And then capping off the main deck is a playset of Junkbox. Target a level 4 lower Morphtronic in your grave, special summon it, but it gets popped during the end phase. Also a very appreciated extender that you can easily find either just, by drawing into it, since you are playing those desires, or just hard drawing it. And, reviving Salphon or any single one of your consistency Morphtronics definitely really helps a lot. And with the main deck out of the way, let's get into the extra deck, which starts off, as always, I guess, with 2 copies of Power Tool Dragon. Once per turn, reveal 3 equipped spells from your deck. Your opponent will add 1 randomly to hand, and if this guy is equipped with an equipped spell card, if he would be destroyed, you can instead get rid of that equipped spell card. This is still my favorite card. I needed some space to accompany for some, different cards. But yeah, I still love this guy to death. Absolutely amazing card. You will want to make him as fast as possible, either grabbing an extender or United We Stand for OTKs, depending on what you need at that moment. And yeah, just having him also enables a lot of cool synchros, like the next one in Livestream Dragon. Level 8 takes tuner and power tool dragon. If you synchro summon, you can make your life points become 4,000. And all effect damage you would take gets reduced to 0. And if he would be destroyed by a card effect, you can instead banish an equipped spell from your grave, so he definitely works good in tandem with Power Tool Dragon. And having him just for those burn-heavy matchups is kind of nice, I think, which is why I still run him. Another Synchro 8 that you easily summon off Power Tool Dragon is Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Yes, Crystal Wing finally makes an appearance on the channel outside of a Synchro spam build. Takes a tuner and a non-tuner Synchro monster, and once per turn, if another monster's effect is activated, you can quick effect, negate that effect, destroy the monster, and if you do, he will gain attack equal to that destroyed monster's attack. And also, if he battles a level 5 or higher monster, he will, during damage calc, gain that much attack, equal to the current attack of the monster he is battling, which is really cool. Makes this guy really tough to deal with, to be honest. So yeah, Crystal Wing is definitely a great card for the deck. Then again, I am, as before mentioned, we are playing 1 Adamancipator Risen Dragite. Also generic, takes a tuner and a non-tuner. You can excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. If you do, return cards your opponent controls to the hand up to the number of excavated rock monsters. You will probably not be resolving that a lot, but this still enables you to stack those 5 cards to the bottom of your deck, which can kind of help manipulate some late game desires, which is kind of cool. But the main part why you run him is when a spell or trap is activated, you can quick effect negate that card and destroy it, but you will have to have a water monster in the grave. What a twist. The new Gizmek Arakami we are playing is a water monster, which makes Dragite a really good option, and in general he's just a 3k buddy, which is already neat by itself. Going into our further 7 lineup, we play a copy of Cyber Quantum Dragon. This guy is absolutely amazing, I love him. Generic Synchro 7, if you control a Link monster, your opponent cannot target monsters you control for attacks or effects, either except him. And also once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if he attacks, or if he battles rather, which is the good part about him, you can return that opponent's monster to the hand, and he can attack again once in a row, which really, really, really helps OTKing, clearing boards. And also the protection he offers is kind of nice for the deck, as you do end on a rather weak Link monster in most of your standard setups with Platinum Gadget. So yeah, I think this guy is absolutely amazing, and I am sad I didn't stumble about this card sooner. Then I'm playing a copy of Samurai Destroyer, just, yeah. Another generic Synchro 7, if he battles an opponent's monster, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step, and also that monster has its effects negated during the battle phase only. And if he, in your control, leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can target a machine in your grave, special summon it. Really cool effect, gives you some good recursion in the deck, as your deck is mostly machine reliant. And also having that 2600 body on a level 7 Synchro is very cool. Helps you get over some troublesome monsters, and also recurs cards late game, which is very nice. And yeah, we are playing still the 1 copy of Naturia Beast, takes an Earth Tuner and an Earth Non-Tuner. And if a spell card is activated, you can send 2 cards from the top of your deck to the grave. and say no to that activation. Really great card. Can win you games by itself. You can rather easily make this with a 3 boombox and you are still playing. So Beast is definitely a great option for a level 5 Synchro, which is why I would advise on running it. Then we play a copy of Armory Arm. This is our only level 4 Synchro. Once per turn is generic. Once per turn, you can either target a monster on the field, equip this card to it, or unequip this card from a monster and summon it in an attack position. If this card equips a monster, that monster gains 1000, and if that monster destroys a monster by battle, you will burn your opponent for the attack of the destroyed monster, which is really cool. Helps you OTK, has some synergy with Power Tool Dragon, and it's just neat to have as a level 4 option, which is really nice. Then, as mentioned, we play the 1 copy of Formula Synchron. On summon, draw a card, and also you have the Excel Synchro effect to Synchro summon during your opponent's main phase. In most cases, you will just, draw a card off this and then maybe use this for a link or further use this for a Synchro. But this guy is still amazing because you easily make him and he helps you dig deeper into your deck. Then, as mentioned, I play the 1 Levier, a generic rank 3, takes 2 level 3 monsters. You can detach a material, special summon a monster that is banished. A level 4 lower monster that is banished. Helps you with your remote machine you play, is a very cool card. Also, with the banishing effects of Naganaki and Smartphone, you definitely have some options here, which makes this guy really cool in the deck, and that is why I still keep on running him. And then I play a larger link lineup to, kind of help with if, the Desires banish something you may need to still be able to have some extra deck plays. And that link lineup starts off with a copy of Borreload Dragon. It's been a hot minute. Takes 3 or more effect monsters. Neither player can target them with monster effects, and once per turn quick effect, you can target a face of monster on the field. That monster loses 500 attack and defense. And yeah, that effect can, by the way, not be responded to, fun fact. At the start of the damage step, if he attacks an opponent's monster, you can place that opponent's monster in a zone he points to and take control of it, but it gets sent to the graveyard in the end phase of the next turn. Has some very fun incidental synergy with United We Stand, which is kind of cool. And is also just, a big body you can put on the board that will help you go for game or, just sit there menacingly. As for a Link 3, I decided on Nightmare Unicorn. I have one laying around, and honestly, I struggled to find a really good generic Link 3 that I want to put here. But yeah, it takes 2 or more monsters with different names. If it's Link summoned, discard a card, and you can then target a card on the field and return it to the deck. If it was co-linked, when this effect was activated, you draw 1, which is really cool. Yeah. And, well, and the other effect is Nightmare related, but the spinning is very nice and you appreciate the extra removal. As mentioned, Platinum Gadget. It takes 2 machines and lets you once per turn special summon a machine monster to a zone he points to. A level 4 lower machine monster from your hand to a zone he points to. Really nice, extends your combos, and is the Link monster I was kind of mentioning when talking about Cyber's Quantum Dragon, which makes the protection really nice. And yeah, another Link monster that helps with protection is the Linkuribo that you are of course playing. You play an awful lot of level 1s, so having a spare 1 to turn into Linkuribo at the end of your combo isn't the most terrible thing, because tributing itself to make an opponent's attacking monster's attack become 0 until the end of the turn is kind of cool, and definitely helps you not get run over on a follow-up turn. But yeah, with all this out of the way, let me know what you think of this list. If you think, if you had some testing, what do you think of Pot of Desires as a tech choice? Because I definitely think it is a cool card to run. Now that we have Naganaki that not only more consistently enables Saffron, but also is able to banish himself and add back face down banished machines, which you do have a lot of that you may want to banish, that you not want to banish, but that you want to grab back. So yeah, he definitely has some merits. So yeah, let me know what you think of this deck down below. And with all this out of the way, I will thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. But until then, goodbye.